Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, All Things GarageBand, soon to be Land of Haws Studios. I'm Jeremy Haws. Today I'm going to be showing you guys how to use Logic Pro's drummer and why I prefer it over GarageBand's drummer. It's sick, all the cool things you can do with Logic Pro's drummer. I mean, GarageBand's sick, and I mean, for a free program, not bad at all. And drummer's awesome, but Logic Pro gives you all kinds of control over it. I mean, you can manually punch in your own kick and snare, your toms. You can change a pattern you like a hi-hat, like a closed hi-hat. You can change it to an open or half open or completely open. You can change your ride to a ride in or out, or a ride bell, or even a crash ride. You can do crash 1, crash 2 with any pattern you've got. It's pretty sick. So without further ado, let's get started. Yeah. Alright guys, so here we are in Logic Pro. Today I'm showing you guys all the cool things you can do with Logic Pro's drummer that you can't do with GarageBand, and why I prefer Logic Pro's drummer, okay? So Logic Pro allows you to actually manually punch in your own kick and snare where you want. Check this out. This is the manual part. I punched in. There's 4 bars here. You can get as many bars as you want, I believe. 4. I think it's up to 4. But anyway, so this is bar 1, bar 2, bar 3, bar 4. Okay. So let me hit play so I can show you. And I'm adding my own fills in here. I'm not using the fills here. Okay. Check this out. Okay, so that's one. You could hear and then it changed, and I had it changed to a hi-hat. Okay, check this out too. This is another cool thing. I open the hi-hat up more. And I changed to a right. I'm using all the cool things that come with the drummer, like I'm changing the velocities, I'm changing the complexity. So like say you're looking for a hi-hat and you've got like a closed hi-hat, but you want it to be more open, you can change those up. If you want a snare not hit in the center always, you want to hit a rim hit or a side hit or something like that, you can also change those too. Okay, so here we go. Let me show you what I mean right here. Okay, so say I like this hi-hat, but it's a ride. I want a hi-hat and I want it closed, and I want it doing this. Okay, so these are your different patterns, of course, you know. But so check this out. So now we're going to go to details, and I'm going to go down to my hi-hat here. I'm going to change it to half open, or to open, or wide open, because it's always set to automatic. Drummer usually picks what it thinks you want for it, so it's always usually on automatic. These things are. But sometimes I don't want rim shots hitting, or I don't want side click or toms, so I'll do center like I have right here. Okay. Plus, GarageBand's drummer, it has ghost notes baked in there, and when you're not doing manual stuff, so does Logic's. But here's your ghost notes. They're always in there. I turn them off, so they're usually baked in. You're like, well, I really don't want them doing this in my song. It doesn't sound right at this part of the song. It's because you got to go to your details and change it here. Okay. And let me show you with the snare, rim shot, or toms. So that it doesn't have to be snare; it can be a toms, which is pretty cool. Okay. And then another cool thing is with your details is you can do push or pull here, which is really awesome. So I like to record my music usually with it push or pull right down the middle. And the dynamics I might turn up, and humanize I usually keep off. And then once I've recorded my bass track or guitar tracks and that's set, to get it to feel like the song's moving a little faster after I recorded my other parts. You can do this before too, but I like to do after. I'll do a push, and it'll set it a little bit faster, and so it'll make you feel like the song's moving along quicker. So you can get like your verses to go pull a little bit, and then for your chorus, do a push, and it speeds up the song a little bit, you know, instead of having to change the tempo or something like that. You can just use your drums and the way you're using your hi-hats, tightening them up tightening them with them closed to open, can change the flow of a song too. Same with your dynamics here. Okay, I usually keep my dynamics around 50% or less, and humanize will also make it more human, more mistakes, more not so perfect. Okay, And I usually don't turn my human, maybe up to 30% if I use it, you know. And so yeah, so you can really push these too. And then, I know this is a slow song, but you can do things like you can change your standard to halftime. Way too slow. It shouldn't be a fast song to show that, but double time. You know? So yeah, it's pretty cool what you can do with this stuff. Let me see what else I'm missing here. Okay, so ghost notes. Okay, and also then, say you know, I like to do my own fills, but then you can, of course, this is like in GarageBand Drummer, you can use complexity of your fills. I already have mine, so it's going to act strange. And then you can also change your complexity too, which will add in some extra hits on top of the ones you've got, okay? So let me show you what I mean. See, you went that put that in there for me, okay? And then, and also a thing that recognizes like intensities. I'll use intensity, like I'll use it like maybe my verses I'll have them at like 60 or 70. My choruses I'll have it at like 85, 90 sometimes. You know, it's playing harder. It's hitting your instruments harder. So yeah, there's a lot you can do with this. And that's what I'll do is I'll go along and I'll even, you know, cut up these pieces of and change the hi-hats, changing halfway through instead of using it through the whole you know, whatever the 4 measures here, and then as I'm doing that, I'll burn it. I'll convert it down to MIDI so it locks it in, and then I can then when it's in MIDI like this, I can actually go change some stuff up, pull some stuff forward, backwards. I can go in and edit it. I can you know, down the editor here, I can do this, change velocities if I need to, add other stuff in, yeah, all that good stuff, you know. So as I'm making these drummers up here, I'm bouncing the MIDI as I'm liking it. Plus, it keeps it safe later. But anyways, I won't get too much into that part because we're about drummer today, okay? In the next couple videos, I'm going to show you guys how to use actually Logic Remote, which is like using your iPad, and you use Logic Remote, which you can use like like a real acoustic drum kit, like as a MIDI controller. You can use any instrument, software instruments. You can do anything with this thing, but I'm going to show you guys how I use it to actually play live drums with my fingers and record them straight into Logic Pro to get that live feel also. Alright guys, so one other thing I want to mention real quick before I go is that I'm going to be consolidating both my channels into one. My All Things Logic channel, which is Logic Pro, and my All Things GarageBand channel. I'm going to stay with this channel, All Things GarageBand, but eventually I'm going to change the name to like Land of Haws Studios. That's my last name, Land of Haws. Anyways, so yeah, but I'll be teaching GarageBand, Logic Pro, and anything to do with studio recording on that channel. Okay, so I'm not going anywhere or anything. I just want to let you know, give you a heads up if you see the name change or anything. So if you guys enjoyed this video, please smash that like button, subscribe. I'm Jeremy Haws. I'll see you guys on the flip side. Don't do anything I wouldn't do. That leaves it wide open. See you guys.